Hey everybody, it's Jared Wright with the Share Group. Excited to grab another one of our customers here tonight to talk about his successes in the real estate hustle. Alnazir Blackman, thanks for joining us, man.
No problem, man. It's an honor to be on here. I appreciate the opportunity, man.
So tell me a little bit, how'd you get into real estate? How long have you been at this?
Yeah, man. So I got actually into real estate not too long ago. It's been a few months now. I had my license officially in August of last year, and I really got into it because my mom, she owns multifamily property,
Oh,
and she's always been big on being out and always was big on like me having my own property as well. So I started to do my research into investment properties, multifamilies. I stumbled across Bigger Pockets. I got into some mentorship communities on investing. And then I realized that in order for me to invest the way I would need to build the wealth that I'm looking to build, I would need to make money faster. And I figured where else to make money faster than in the business that I'm looking to invest in.
right
So
on.
so it made the most sense to become a real estate agent. I got my license, like I said, in August. Before I even got into real estate, I was a full-time teacher. I taught for like 3 years. And I just recently, put in my resignation letter teaching to go full-time into real estate because I just realized how big of an opportunity it is. And I just realized that's really where my passion lies.
That variable income, dude. I do think, and you're not the only one that transitions from education to real estate that we talk to, I think, but I think education as a teacher is that baseline of like, if you're going to get a lot out of the kids or, whoever you're teaching, you have to put a lot of work into it, right? There's not a lot of shortcuts around lesson plans or accountability of what you're holding them to. So I think it's a weird, unique transition. One, you're not getting paid, you get a set income, working a lot, and here you're working a lot, but you're probably getting paid for it a lot more too.
Yeah, yeah, man. And it's the freedom as well that comes with being a real estate agent. It's the freedom to kind of choose how you want to tackle the business. Because at the end of the day, it is a business, which is a huge difference, obviously, from a job. And you
Yeah.
have to be right, the set income, not having that set income, I know that scares a lot of people. But I believe that when you have systems in place and you're able to go fishing, I like to call it, right? Go
Yeah.
fishing, and you have databases like you guys' databases, you have access to these high quality leads, you can systematize it to where you're consistently getting opportunities, and then what you do with those opportunities is really up to you.
Yeah, it becomes a number game. And I say this every time I talk to clients, they're probably sick of hearing it. But we're the treasure map to the gold for you, but you're the one that has to go on the hunt. So believing in yourself, doubling down on who you are, but to get the variable incomes based off of your performance, if you have that instilled in you from college athletics, like you played football, I think it's a match made in heaven. So just starting in August. So talk about how'd you hear about the share group, and then what are your experiences so far with the data that we provide?
Yeah, man. So I actually got it in a video from Brandon Mulrennan, who is a
Yeah.
huge real estate agent YouTuber who's very influential in the space, and he's a great mentor. He really pushed me into you guys because he was talking about some absentee owners that he reached out to, and that was his hot lead that he just was all in on. And he said the
Yeah.
best way to get that data is the share group. So
I love it. No, it's funny. When we started in 2017, I say our relationship grew organically. He responded to one of our online ads. I would say 50% of real estate agents didn't even know what an absentee owner was. And so he's always had that lead niche in his tool belt. And it kind of doesn't really matter the market because those guys are a variable option to either buy or sell or both. And so there's a lot of maneuvering and a lot of wiggle room. And as you know, with your mom owning multifamily, there's a lot of relationship and having that reputation, and if people don't, you're going to get out of there pretty quick. And so it's a great business to be in if you can, take care of the little things and hold yourself accountable because it really depends on you to get the work in.
yeah, man. I mean, that was in 2017. Fast forward 2024, I still don't think a lot of real estate agents know about absentee owners. I
Isn't
don't
that crazy?
know. Yeah, because
Yeah.
it is crazy. I mean, most of the time when I'm calling these leads, it's very different from when I'm calling like expires. I mean, everybody's calling expires, everybody
Right.
for sale by owners. But when I get on the phone with the absentees, I could tell just by the resistance that I get in the conversation that I'm having, these leads are not getting called enough. And even when I do source a lead that has been getting called a lot, and I realize that typically it's by wholesalers, investors, not
Yeah.
necessarily real estate agents. So it's a different competition that I have, and I like that competition more.
Yeah, you're so true. Those guys are out there, don't really have the practices, the training, the experience, and they're usually sending a 3x5 postcard. Like a lot of the old school investors would send absentee owner lists. I have a couple friends here in Omaha, they're absentee owners. They share their direct mail. They don't get calls. You have to be comfortable in that space, but if you can speak to the terminology and understand, hey, is this a selling potential or a buying potential pretty quick, and become that expert either way, it's a gold mine, dude.
It is. It definitely is.
So you bought a couple lists from us. I know you talked to Tim. Talk about, I know you gave Tim some statistics, but yeah, tell me kind of what your grind is with the absentee owner list and some successes you've had so far.
Yeah, man. So in terms of my successes, what I've been able to do is just consistently crank out calls. I mean, I'm calling, a minimum 4 hours a day. I call it 4 quarters. I literally set it up like football, man.
I love that.
Yeah, I got quarter one, that's an hour. I got quarter two, that's an hour. And then I got halftime, so I take like lunch, that's an hour. Then I have quarter three and quarter four, which are both hours, and I'm just cranking out calls quarter one and two.
Do you throw the fours up on the fourth quarter? Like, for fours up?
Done that one yet. I haven't done that.
I make my kids do it. So I'm a diehard Denver Bronco fan. So like fourth quarter, every game for the Broncos, we have to throw the fours up, even if we're not together. So I'll start throwing the fours up for you on your fourth quarter prospecting.
Yeah, bro, because that last leg is hard. But yeah, man. So I'm hitting the 4 quarters every day. From that, I'm getting at minimum, I'm getting 20 contacts a day. I'm getting 3 to 4 leads a day, and I'm getting around an appointment a day. When you average it out, it's like 0.7, 0.8, but around an appointment a day. And that's with leads, calling new leads, following up with old absentee leads, right. And my spare influence as well.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. What dialer are you using, or what are you using to call?
So right now I'm using Red-X. Red-X
okay.
is the dialer that I'm using. I'm just importing you guys' leads into Red-X. I'm hitting my expires early in the morning. Then I'm cranking out absentees for the rest of the day for the most part and follow up.
Yeah. Is there another data set that might be in your wheelhouse for the future? Do you have any forethought about going after some senior market or upsizers or anything like that?
Well, I've seen that you guys have downsizers on there. I've been calling those. I call it downsizers. I'm also looking to get into, and then you could kind of clear this up for me. Likely to sell, that includes a bunch of different categories, correct? That's not like a one.
It's unique from the other categories that we have, but likely to sell is a hybrid of the downsizer. It's not strictly focused on age, but it's focused on the transactional equity in the house, length of residence, household composition, how many kids versus how many bedrooms, where are they at their life stage, are they looking to go up or looking to go down, even if they're younger than that downsizer age. It's a persona that works very well in the owner occupied environment. That's what we developed in 2017. Yeah. Downsizer, hats off to Mr. Mulrennan, was kind of created together with us only a couple of years ago. So that term is honestly created by Brandon, that we've enhanced to be able to provide.
That's super dope. And another specific niche that I am looking to get into in the future, I got this from another real estate kind of guru mentor, Aaron Novello, is probate leads. Another area that I'm looking to in the future tap into that, because he's told me a lot of good things about that one as well.
Yeah, probate are great. I think sometimes you can get into, the way I recommend to our clients is get in with the probate attorneys in your area that have a lot more access to the homeowners versus you reaching out to the homeowner direct, because then that becomes as a really clean referral. So you spend a lot of time with those probate niche attorneys, and that becomes a valuable data set for multiple referrals versus just trying to find one homeowner that just had to deal with a death in the family.
Yeah, that's great advice. I'm definitely going to take you up on that. That's actually, I always try to think of my business in like stages. And I feel like there's a whole stage of like relationship that I have not built yet. And that's definitely a relationship.
Yeah, the divorce attorneys is a good one too. I feel like you can accomplish a lot more in a very genuine manner, as a B2B relationship, especially if you're thriving in your business, that they'll feel a lot more welcome to distribute that lead to you versus you trying to develop it with the homeowner.
Yeah,
that's what I've experienced. But so newer agent, I don't give a shit. Tell me your advice, or what is your what do you tell agents for 2024? What's your advice?
Honestly, man, my advice to all agents 2024 is just to be, whatever you choose to do, systematize it and be consistent. I know that there are many different ways to generate leads. I know that there's social media. I know that there's door knocking, there's postcards. I mean, there's so many different things you can do. I would say to any agent, choose one, because that's what I did. I just said, I'm just going to cold call, and that's going to be the hill that I live and I die on, and just commit to it. And every single day, etch out specific time to do that one thing, and it compounds. I mean, I haven't seen it compound yet, to be honest, but
But it is, man. We're seeing it compound, so it's working, dude. And the prime example, dude. And I think it's such a cool thing. But the 4-quarter, similarities of a day, and that's how life is. People bring that into the same thing. So being able to break that to something that you're familiar with and you've grinded through and tough times is really cool, man. We're lucky to have you as a customer. We're here to support you as you grow your business. And yeah, thanks for jumping on camera. I don't put on a collared shirt for anyone, so you're lucky to see me like this. But we'll be in touch, man, and I'll send this over your way, buddy. But have a good night, and I'll talk to you soon.
All right, man. I appreciate it, man. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Yeah. Peace, bro.